What's going on, guys? Sir Wayne here, bringing you the Axis Doctrine, the Power Doctrine, the most physical and, in some ways, the most fun doctrine. Uh, it's got 15% hit points, 15% more damage, but the production cost is going to be 10% more. Very unfortunate there. This is a very, very fun doctrine, and if you haven't tried it, I would definitely recommend it. Super, super fun. First off, they got motorized infantry at 15% more speed, like they need it, but it will help you capture those cities a lot faster. 15% more damage against infantry, definitely help out with that. So you're really going to be getting in those cities, really be taking out that infantry and getting it done. You get it's like mechanized infantry a little bit better, a little bit earlier, excuse me. And then you move on to your artillery, or not artillery, ordnance, and you get anti-air, 50% more damage against tanks. And believe it or not, they do damage. Anti-air does do damage against heavy armor. So, and that's what that's saying, 15% more against heavy armor and 15% more against planes. So you definitely want to be running, well, you always want to be running anti-air no matter what. So then you get early SP anti-air. Definitely got to be running those, or at least one or the other. And then here's the big kahuna, probably, as far as probably the best unit and definitely most talked about unit for Axis, and that's the medium tank. It's 15% more speed, so it's going to hopefully get you a little bit closer to being as fast as that motorized infantry. 10% more health, and you get day of availability a lot earlier. I think it's day 2. Yeah. So go to your air, and they have 15% damage towards infantry, 15% more damage against armor, heavy armor that is, and a day of availability. I think you get it immediately. But anyway, so naval, you will get 15% against ships with your subs, 15% movement speed, which is actually pretty nice. So you can run sub spam. And railroad grinds you get early, 2 days early, which they got nerfed, so it's not as big. Railroad grinds are not as big a deal as they were. Early for your rockets, as well as your flying bombs, and then 15% damage against your rockets. Do damage against everything, and 15% for your rocket fighter, and 15% more movement speed. Could you imagine if it had like more range to it? Oh my goodness, that would be huge boost. That rocket fighter could technically go straight to replacing the fighter for the Axis. That would be really cool. But that is all of the doctrines. Moving on. Let's see here. Which one should I do? Don't want to do this one. Let's move on. Even though that was Axis as well, we're going to move on to Mr. Germany. Consider we are Axis. Alrighty. So, we do not want that happening. Alright. So, let's move that there. So, the main stack, and unfortunately I don't have stacks rolling right away, but this is a very, very early map. So, as you can see, motorized infantry day 1, so I got that researched and rocking and rolling. Your artillery and anti-air is pretty standard. Not day 2 yet, so that's how early this is. Gonna have medium tanks. Got this rolling. This is like 14 hours. It's 14 hours, yeah, to start. So I went ahead and started that. Just subs. And nothing on the secret yet. Going to do rocket artillery as per usual. There are certain things that are going to change that you want to focus around, when you're building your military. But let me go back over here to this other one. I do have more going on, and it's a little bit later map, so not by much, but it is a little bit later. And you can see how I got some stacks going. All right. So notice how I've got light tanks in there because that's what I started with. But other than that, medium tank and then a motorized infantry. I know it's a small stack, very, very, very small, but the day had just started. So is what it is. And basically what's going to happen is I can use that as my blitzkrieg and swoop down in and take Nos and Pristina and stuff like that. I really don't want to take any damage because they're this is a decent stack. So maybe like I'll hit like level, I'll hit motorized one or two motorized infantry maybe at most. But I'll stay from the thick armored forces and just try to stay away from them and just try to take cities and stuff like that with these units and really try to outdo Turkey here and cutting him off. He's not an ally. I know he's shared map, but he's not really an ally. So he's just there to try to, just trying to not die because I'm just covered by all these allies. And as you can see, or these enemies, so other countries, not necessarily enemies. I ran an infantry, anti-air, artillery, standard stuff. But, you got that one big stack. And I'm working on fighters somewhere, it seems like. Or maybe I'm just researching. I'm waiting patiently. But you always want fighters in your stacks. I learned that the hard way. Even strategic bombers is not going to make up for that. So just be safe and get your anti-air as usual and your fighters and just be ready to deal with air because it's extremely powerful. Taking a really long time to build those medium tanks. Probably a good idea would be to do a tank level 2, get this rolling, get this speeding up a little bit faster. See if that takes off the edge a little bit. Let's see here. Tank, because you really want to pump those out. Let's take this off again. Let's click this. Number 2 is going to be 50% increase, right? So if we're shooting them off at 11 hours, 15% increase, what's that going to put it at? 6 hours? So it's going to be better. Let's see here. Your motorized infantry, they're going to be kicking off at 8 hours. I'm not going to waste it. I would rather have the medium tank preferably, but man, they would do a lot better against the infantry. So in all reality, I would definitely need something like that, but I can come up here, stop producing the infantry. See, there's my fighters. And then we can do the motorized infantry here, and we are going to wait on my fighters to do the level 3 to drop them out because I don't think we can afford to do the research. We're not allies. So, we're just going to have to wait on that. We are pumping out the anti-air somewhere. Well, maybe we were pumping it down here, wasn't we? Yeah, we were pumping it down here, but now we're putting out more of that. We still need to pump out when this anti-air goes to max. We're going to pump out more of that. So, matter of fact, I think we're going to stop production on the artillery as well as some of it up here. Yes, until we can start shooting out that max amount, we are going to stop production because we're low on goods as it is. So yeah, that's pretty much how we are going to run Axis. We're going to run this stack as the Blitzkrieg. We are going to run attack bombers. We're going to run regular attack bombers, but also attack bombers, high level interceptors. The only difference in the air than we're typically going to run, except and if you compare it against allies, for example, where you would use a lot of attacks, we're going to use a lot more attack bombers because they get the boost and everything. So we're going to try to go as heavy attack bombers as possible, as well as heavy interceptors. Rule the skies. We are going to have some tactical bombers, but we're going to go level 3. Probably not go past that. Level 3 is a good attack bomber. And then strategic bomber, we will probably go level 2, maybe not no more, depending on what's going to go on. Like depending on what situational, that's probably going to be all we can do research wise. Not that we wouldn't want to do more, because we definitely would. We'd also want to max out naval bombers, because your subs, we're going to do level 2, 3 ish, just to deal with convoys and anybody trying to land on our stuff. Our medium tanks, we're going to go level 2. Not going to go any more than that at the moment. Just get it to level 2, because it's level 2 is super strong medium tank. I feel good speed and everything. May go level 3 later, not really sure. Just depend on situation, right, guys? So as you see, I'm going to leave level 2 artillery, and I'm not going to go any further than that. You really got to pick and choose what you do with your research. Definitely going to max out the anti-air on both sides. Motorized infantry, I may go level 2, no higher than that. SP anti-air is going to be maxed out. Basically what's going to happen is your stack's going to be like level 1 motorized infantry, level 3 or 4 anti-air, SP anti-air, and then you're going to roll with I'm going to say probably level 2, level 3 medium tank. What you're going to be looking for is the slowest unit, and right now the medium tank is definitely going to be the slowest unit. 55 speed, 86. I know I look at planes, but that's what we're going to roll with. That's what we're looking for. So we're actually probably going to level. You want them all to be about the same speed. Figure out what your slowest ordeal is going to be. Not that. What are we doing? Okay. So say we got a level 3. All right. So say level 3, and it's going to be 70 speed. Let's go to tanks. Let's go to level 2, 64. So that's going to be the slowest unit. 73. I like that a little bit better. That's going to be a little bit better. So maybe we roll with that if we got the, but I definitely wouldn't go any further than that. That's nice, super strong, hard hitting medium tank right there. Nice long barrel. That looks really cool. Alrighty, but let's see here. We already went over the air, exactly what we're doing there. Naval, just running secrets. We're going to do rocket artillery. I didn't even think of, man, I want that researched. Want that rocket artillery out there. Not going to do railroad guns, too much a waste of resources, and I need all I can get. Not a big fan of railroad guns, not at all. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for all these doctrines. I may come with a revised version later, a more detailed build for those. But I'm actually running Axis again in a couple new maps, because I'm bored of Allies. And it's not as much thinking as Allies. So, I feel like it's a lot easier. Definitely most fun. This is probably one of the funnest fractions or doctrines, and I would definitely pick this at some point. Pan-Asia is also super fun. Pan-Asia is also super fun if you go into as far as using the battleships. They got great artillery. You look at the Comintern, you get all these troops out there, and their upkeep you're going to get upkeep costs decreases, discounts off of that. You're going to get production discounts for shooting out those infantry and such. And they got good, lower level, infantry type stuff, like infantry, as well as anti-tank, artillery. Like they get that. That's what you're going to be working around. They also got a decent heavy tank. So that's like where you're rolling with your stacks. High infantry, heavy tank to roll in that health and stuff. So, and a whole lot of troops. So, Pan Asia's battleships, air, Common turns a lot of troops. Allies is going to be, you know, being the best of all worlds as far as, you know, getting all the types of. They're going to be heavily upgraded, is what they're going to be. So, and your variety of what you can do is a lot better. So, never know what you're going to play against with that. And Axis is going to be beat down, big, uh, or strong, fast, motorized infantry, medium tanks, smashing through your enemies' defenses. Uh, but other than that, besides the actual doctrines, you're going to get some, doctrine boost, and you're going to use it to your advantage. But for the most part, you're still going to play your artillery no matter what. You're going to play your anti-air no matter what. You're going to play, your fighters no matter what. Some sort of ship, pretty much no matter what. You're going to play something, some bases. So, and you're going to have some kind of level at, you're going to decide that's what we want that at, depending on what doctrine you pick and what your situation is. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.